All right, y'all. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live. We about to get it in, y'all. We got a hot show. We got a live show. We got the long awaited return of the original co-host of Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. If you can't hear it in my voice, I'm super excited about that. We talking about the tragic death of a Fast and Furious brother. We also talking about a release from prison. And we talking about how y'all acted a damn fool on Black Friday. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying,
Then they must be
ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live, y'all. We back. Be down with us. 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio live from the den. We glad that you with us. 804-402-2893. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is back. We live from the den. We appreciate the folks who bear with us. We started about 5 minutes late, but damn it, we black folk. That's kind of what we do sometimes. We always start on time, but tonight we was late. So, but you here, you listening, and you glad to be listening, and we glad to have you listening. So don't worry about us being late, because we taking y'all after 9:30 like we do every single week anyway. So what the hell? Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J is live. I'm about to get into the introductions of my crew. Special guest star. That's the new phrase that we coined in the break before we actually went live today. We started calling them special guest stars. These are the folks who we get, who join us from time to time. You know them, you hear them. You may not know them and hear them every single week, but you know them and hear them when we have them in. I'm definitely glad to have my brother in here. I don't like his shirt, but I still love this man. I got my brother JR in the building. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
It's an ugly ass shirt, man.
Man, these heats, man. The heat. 10 in a row, baby. You ain't know?
Nah, well,
on,
since the
man.
Knicks lost
We beat the
9,
Bobcats,
since the
man.
Knicks lost 9 in a row, all I know is losing. I don't know anything about winning.
Hey,
so
man. Come to Miami. Take your talents to South Beach. You can get a couple rings.
I'd rather lose in Madison Square Garden than to be
Come
disloyal
on.
and switch teams. I don't switch teams.
Cold and angry.
How you going to like? That's like having a child on crack and saying, you know what? I don't like that kid. I want the neighbor's kid.
Oh my!
Dead silence. That's what I was aiming for. That's what I was aiming for.
couldn't say that.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
my brother. It's good to see you, man. Glad to have
Always,
you
man,
back.
always.
And then, of course, my sister. Y'all heard her over there fussing before I introduced her. I ain't even get her on the mic, but she already over there chit chat. But she got like the best smile in the room. I mean, she's better looking than these. I mean, she's not better looking than me.
Hey, I ain't
She's
mad.
better looking than them. Well, I mean, you know, I'm vain, so whatever. That's why. What's up, baby?
Hey, baby.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
When you talk to mommy, tell her I said hey. Can you do that for me?
I already spoke to her for the night.
Mom and me have this like great mom-son love affair thing going, and I'm just glad to know that she sent salutations to me before she, left town.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, give my baby a kiss."
That's what it is.
I was like, "Oh, get off me!" Oh.
I love her because she's so sweet.
Mail
When
him
she
to
came
him or
into the
something.
studio, it was like, I mean, she brought this maternal energy to the room that was just sorely needed. So it was good to have
Yeah,
her.
she did it to me for the last week too.
Yeah,
Oh,
well-
you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. You should put that over here. You should put. Oh no, you got the address wrong, honey. You don't live here. I do.
Oh my goodness. Well, glad to have you. Glad to have JR. But I'm really.
No. Don't say him yet.
I can't say him yet.
I want to tell you something.
Okay, what you got?
I have 2 new favorite songs.
2 new favorite
And they're
songs?
not country.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I think you would consider it rap.
Okay, well, what you got?
Uh-oh.
J. Cole. Who's J. Cole? You know who that
He's
is?
like, a pseudo good rapper.
He's got this song called Workout that I heard today.
Okay,
You know
so
how it goes?
do I need to do something about the workout song?
No,
Do I
it's
need
a
to
nice
play it
song.
or anything? Or I just need to listen to it?
Oh, we can try to find it and you can play it through break or
Yeah, but I
something.
don't know if it's got bad words in it.
Nah.
No?
Not really. Nah.
Okay.
I just like the
Maybe-
beginning.
Maybe 1 or 2, but not even real bad.
What's the
What?
what's the other song?
And the other song is by Jay Sean,
Jay Sean, yeah.
Mars.
Okay.
Oh my God, I just love that song.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to
Like,
look.
I'm gonna have to download it. From
Well, I'm glad
Spotify
you got the
tonight.
sticky, so I can look at the sticky before the end of the night. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely make sure I listen to them and look them up. All right, listen. This brother I ain't seen here in this studio. Matter of fact, I ain't seen him at all in the last 3 months. And since we had him on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J, live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio, a founding member of the Green Room version 2. Well, no, not version 2.0. The Green Room, the original Green Room, as well as a founding member of Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, my partner, my friend. Yo, I got Carlton Banks back in the building. Yeah, I'm back in this. He's back in his ish. He's back in his ish. I ain't seen this brother. I mean, look. I love this brother, man. And we didn't do this show. We would still hang out. But I haven't seen him just because circumstances have taken us away from each other. And so now, when he walked in the door, like, I just gave him a big hug. I kept giving him a hug. He's like, all right, man, it's getting creepy. Like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? So it's just good to see him. Carlton Banks, how you doing, brother?
I'm gonna end up calling Child Protective Services or something like.
Yeah, man, you ain't a child, man. You ain't Child Protective Services for hugging a grown ass man.
No, but I'll take this hug all day, every day.
Oh, that's because she's cute.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
is.
I mean, she's cute.
I'll be vain and tell her she look better than you.
Do you think so?
Oh, she easy on the eyes. See,
Really?
you, I have to use my bad eye to look at you.
But I'm
Her,
handsome.
I'm gonna get
The
my
problem
good eye all
is
day.
them tinted shades don't show off your eyes like my glasses show
Oh,
off mine.
damn. Here it
And then
is.
he got that sunvisor over top of his head too, so you
Yeah,
never
that
see his
big
eyes.
Nah, because,
visor.
this is part of, like, the whole Marcus J thing, man. This is the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I
might
mean?
wanna
Like, this is the
reconsider your
look.
image
But you
there,
know who
buddy.
you-
The image. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're part-time cold, but we understand that. So I mean,
Oh my.
I mean, he don't get it. See, he gone. See, everybody else got it in the room but him. He
But
don't
you
even
know what, though?
Wow.
I'm remembering why I wanted to kick you out half of the time from the show.
No, that's because I
we
no.
missed
Well, we
I
5
got,
minutes
I
in.
got my phone upside down right now, so yeah, that the other half.
Well, that's how phones normally be when you're around the ladies. You
No,
gotta
you gotta
have
make
it
sure they're
down, face
vibrating.
down. You don't want it face up. You mess around and had the wrong thing showing on that.
How
Oh,
are your
damn.
socks doing?
Yeah.
Oh, my socks, they still
Yeah,
getting
they
divorced.
good?
They was even worse. this
Are they back
morning.
together?
Oh.
No, hell no, they were worse because I couldn't even find. I got lucky and found a pair this day.
Oh my.
I swear, my son can't fit them. He can't. I mean, I don't understand. When I put them in the hamper together. Matter of fact, when I take them off, I knot them. All right, I tie the knot. The semblance of tying the knot, the marriage, right there.
That's the problem.
When I put them in the wash machine, in the dryer,
That's the problem.
that's when the divorce takes
You,
place.
Here's what we need to do. We're gonna have some housekeeping real quick.
Okay.
Because everybody that listens to us, certainly for the last few weeks, I've had some people who have asked me, "What the hell y'all be doing in the studio?" It ain't us. We got neighbors next door. They doing Zumba, y'all. And fellas, the women over there fine as hell. They just are. And I really
Sit
wish
down.
that
Sit
they
down.
was doing Zumba in front of us so that I
Commercial
could,
break, commercial break.
see them as they're doing the Zumba. But I have to wait for breaks. And usually I'm so chatty that we don't get a break until damn near 8 o'clock when they finish. So we don't get to see them Zumbering. But Zumbering. But just, in all seriousness, if you're wondering what the noise be from time to time, that's what it is. You hear them and all that kind of stuff. They over there shaking their asses. So that's what you know. So if you want to be down with us and you want to say, yo, why is it noise over there? Now that you know what this noise is, that's cool. But if you want to just call us up and say peace to SYJR or the returning Carlton Banks or even the funny looking Marcus J, feel free to do so. 804-402-2893. What's up, Joy?
Hey, Joy.
Joy.
To the world.
Joy. What up? Joy. That's my sister, Joy. I love Joy. I saw Joy 2 weeks ago, and I gave Joy a hug, and it always makes me happy when I see her. So it's always good to have you listening to us and tell my homeboy, I said, what up, bro? All right, listen, we're going to get to the show. It's enough for salutations because I don't want to just chit chat with y'all no more. I'm done with that. Let's get to real business.
Really?
I mean, because I can chit chat with y'all like regular stuff. Like I mean, people listening to us because they want to hear our commentary on the stuff that's going on in the world.
We can do a walkout.
But
I hate everything.
You know.
There you go.
Ditto.
That might have been the funniest thing he ever said ever. Like seriously, like damn, like because it came with a face.
I do. I hate everything.
All right, listen. The first story you're really gonna hate, and let's just get serious for a second because we're gonna jump right into the seriousness. Fast and Furious. Paul Walker loses his life on Saturday. I'll just say my piece on it. Let's everybody take a moment, kind of go around the room. I don't know if everybody is into Paul Walker, if everybody's into Fast and Furious, but even if you aren't, you've heard the story. My thing with Paul Walker, before I saw a Fast and Furious movie, the first Paul Walker movie I saw was a movie called Running Scared. I won't get into the gist of it, but what I can tell you was this was a guy, not only was he a handsome guy, the ladies loved him, but as a guy, I was like, yo, this dude is cool, man. I like this dude. I like his swag. I like him in movies. And if you see him in like Running Scared, he played a guy who just kind of got in trouble and he had to run from some bad guys. And your action thriller type of movie. And it was the first time I had seen him. I was like, yo, I like this dude. And so I started, and this was after Fast and Furious. And so I was like, yo, isn't this the guy in the Fast and Furious? Let me check out the Fast and Furious. And this was right around the same time that Fast 5 came out. Fast 5 comes out, and I remember Carlton Banks. I said to him, I was like, bro, yo, you seen the trailer for Fast 5, yo? Yo, they wrecked a train, yo. This is great. And so I go to the movies, I take Mama J to it, and like the two of us, because we almost the same height, and we're standing on the chairs, like clapping, like, yo, this is great. And a lot of it was because of how cool he was in the movie. Went to see Fast and the Furious 6, when it came out last year. We're excited to go next summer to see Fast and the Furious 7. I recently heard that they had planned out the next 3 movies. They were planning on going all the way up to 10 at least.
I heard that too.
And so when I got the news on Saturday evening that, he was gone, it was wild because he was 40 years old. I'm going to be 40 on my next birthday. And so it really, really hit me. It came close to home because, one, I can relate to him. He got a 15-year-old daughter. Mama J is 10. He's essentially same age as me, living his life, living out his passion. My passion is running an internet radio station. His passion is racing cars and doing movies. I just felt bad personally, not just because I'm a fan of the movies. I felt bad personally. Now, I got some commentary in the movies. I'll get to it once, everybody's had an opportunity to kind of spit. But, JR, I want you in on this one first. I don't know if you had a personal connection to Paul Walker, the actor, or the character Brian O'Connor from the movies, or even if you've seen Running Scared or any of his other stuff. But just tell me what your thoughts are, because I know you've heard the story, and at the very least, as a person who's seeing the news, you understand how tragic it is for a 40-year-old man to lose his life this way.
Well, first I would say it's definitely a shame. I kind of fell off of the Fast and the Furious movies when they got around the Tokyo Drift. It just, I'm like, what does this have to do with Fast and the Furious? But, then it got explained to me just recently that, if you watch the latest one, it kind of ties them together a little bit. So that's making me want to go back and watch them. And I've been saying I was going to go back and watch them. But just from this guy, Paul Walker, dying, from that aspect, when I heard about it, I was surprisingly a little choked up. And I don't think it's so much that, he's a star and I idolize him or anything like that. It's just, it's a loss of life. And when you think, like you said, you're about to turn 40. I'm not there yet. I'm just jumping into the 30s, so I'm okay there. But, when you picture people dying, you have this mindset from an early age that the old people are supposed to die. And you really just don't associate with that. And as you said, they were planning to go up to 10 movies at least. So from that aspect, you see that at least for the next 12 years, this man had a lot to live for. It. Not least of all, it's his daughter. So I think from that aspect it's sad. But I also think it's sad to hear some of the comments I was seeing in social media. And I guess it comes with social media these days. You got people saying, things like, glad to see Paul Masson is still alive. Like, and comments like that. And I'm like, regardless of whether you think it's okay for people to idolize stars and put them on whatever pedestal they happen to do, this man had a daughter, this man had family, this man had people. He wasn't just an actor. So with that said, rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Carlton Banks, I know you well enough to know, even if we haven't watched the movies together, and we used to go to movies, we've gone to movies together, but we never actually watched the Fast and Furious movie together. But I know you well enough to know that you've seen, if not a couple of them, if not all of them. My guess is you had some sort of feeling about losing Paul Walker. Why don't you share with the Ain't No Half Steppin' Marcus J listeners, since this is the first commentary they've heard from you since September. I'm excited that you're back, by the way, if you can't tell. But what you got, brother?
Well, my first thought when I saw it, I reported it on my page, and my first thought was that they were going to put a hold on the Fast 7 from that aspect alone. But again, it's Hollywood. They're not going to stop to make a dollar. They got to make that money. But I remember Paul Walker back to Varsity Blue. That's when I first got hip to Paul Walker. It's sad. It really is. I've seen some jokes indirectly about Brian O'Connor and Brian from Family Guy, the dog. Coincidence is coincidence. Nobody should lose a life. We don't know all the details. I loved him as an actor. I really did. He was a philanthropist. Some of the things that have come out about him, just an all-around good guy. Nobody should lose a life early. We're put on this earth to pass away. It's just the timing of it is never what is expected. And I don't want to say he went out in a way that he wanted to go out. It's just the Need for Speed situation comes to mind. And the premise of 7 movies now have all been about speed, 6 of which he started. So
that's why. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm not really one to follow actors and all that stuff. So I did hear about it. I couldn't picture his face or anything like that. I've actually never seen any of the Fast and Furious.
You're the second person that said that.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
They like VCRs. Like, they still make you.
No, Beta.
Hey.
Beta Max.
Beta.
Like, for y'all like Pintos and
I need you to know
freaking
and
Novas.
Understand.
Y'all still out there?
The mold has been broken.
Okay.
It's like
I'm sorry.
dropping the mic.
I was trying to be
It's like
serious
dropping the
about Paul
mic.
Walker, then I was making jokes. JR, I'm sorry.
I'm sad for his family. I really am. I'm sorry that he died. Sorry, it's just a bad situation. There's really not much to say.
Now let's do
Make
this.
us all sad up in here, man.
Yeah, it's sad, and we're gonna get out of the sad in a minute. But
And he's so fine,
what I
green
want to do,
eyes.
I have heard particularly, a lot of sisters saying how attractive he was, and I'm a dude, and I'm not homophobic, and so if I see a guy that's attractive, I'm not afraid to say so. He was a handsome guy, and I understood why the ladies was tripping.
I've got this thing.
And here's the thing though, like when a sister dies or a woman dies, it's like, damn, yo, she gone. She was bad though. Remember when Aaliyah died and Left Eye died? It's like, damn, yo, she gone, but she was bad.
As if we had a chance, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they doing the same thing. But what I want to do, and I know it's one of those things where people be like, oh, too soon. But we're gonna do the too soon. Carlton, I want you on this one first. And the giggling that you're hearing is them passing notes like little ass kids. But Carlton, I want you on this one first because you had a post on Facebook that kind of alluded to it. And so I want you on this one first. Basically, with the post that you had on Facebook, you wondered if the movie would be now Fast and Furious 7 would be shut down because of Paul Walker's death. You did allude to this in your post, but what I have recently heard is that the movie was not completed, that there were some crucial scenes that Paul had yet to film.
Right.
Again, too soon. We realize it's too soon, but damn it, we're going to talk about it anyway. Carl Banks, what's your thoughts on the future of the Fast and Furious franchise, keeping in mind that after Tokyo Drift, nobody really thought that you would see any more movies, but after Fast 5, it seems to have taken off and has a new life now that it didn't have. Tokyo Drift, of course, being the third one. 4 being okay. Fast 5 being the reboot, with 6 coming out last year and 7 next year. And it's on a upward arc. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on the future?
My thing is this: they're gonna write them off as they should, like they did Han and Han's girlfriend. They're gonna write both of those characters off. The way it would go in the future, you still have big names. You still have Vin Diesel and you still have The Rock. So that opens the door for The Rock to come back into play in some standpoint of the movie. Tyrese is some eye candy as well, but he's not such a main character that you're going to get a large following. Then you also have Ludacris as well. So you still have big names that can carry a movie as long as the writing of those characters are correct. The big thing about Vin Diesel's character, though, is family. So, that plays a strong sense of morality in the movie and how they're going to go forward. Because, again, if you follow the movie, Paul is about to have a son. Brian is
Spoiler
about to have
alert!
a son.
Spoiler alert!
Well, I mean, what? No, Brian is pregnant. The girlfriend is pregnant. Why you want to mess with me, man? Don't be Arlo. Don't be Arlo. For real. Don't
I
be
haven't
Arlo.
seen the movies either.
You need to see the movies, girl.
I want to catch up, but I ain't.
Rush Tokyo Drift.
JR, that's officially a you problem.
Actually,
You got to watch the movies.
Yeah, you got to watch the movies. But I will tell you this: if it makes it to 10,
I'm not feeling him.
it's better than Friday the 13th, Part 13. So I'll be impressed if it makes it to 10, because any movie that gets past 3 that still has a following is doing good. I mean, that's not Star Wars or Star Trek. So you're doing good if you get past 3.
They got like the Wrath of Khan, the Wrath of Khanita. They got
Wrath
all
of
these
Khan.
things.
But see that.
Star Trek. Which Star Trek movie was that? Since you're going to bring it up and you don't even know.
But I ain't no Trekkie like that, to be honest with you. I like Deep Space Nine with Ben Sisko. Cut to that. The rest of the Jones.
And who was Ben
punishment.
Sisko before he was Ben Sisko?
Man, I don't know.
I'm really
it.
not liking him right
I
now.
know.
Man, that's not a Trekkie.
I'm not liking him. How you going to bring up the Wrath of Khan and not know that it's
Because
Star Trek 2?
Whenever I hear sidebar, whenever I hear about Star Trek movies, like Wrath of Khan always pops up.
That's because it's the best
It's
one.
probably the best one.
It is the
Okay,
best
okay.
one. It's like
But-
Empire for Star Wars.
But I have watched the newer ones, which I know is probably sacrilege. To
Yeah,
some
I
of
wanna
you
push it in the
Trekkies,
mud
Yeah,
right now.
but I do like
it is. It is.
But piggyback on what
I
you
wanna
said
fight
about
him.
Fast and the
I wanna fight
Furious.
him.
Oh
Why we gotta be
God.
fighting?
I want to
Really?
fight you right now.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
Star Trek, man.
Yeah.
How you gonna mess up Star Trek?
You know what? Touch on that. Like, I got grounded a lot as a kid. I was always doing shit.
You
I
gonna get
wasn't supposed to
grounded
be
About to
now
get
for
grounded
messing
now.
up
So I
Star
know that's
Trek.
coming.
But like every time I was grounded, it was like a weekend, and like we had regular ass TV. We didn't have like cable, so
And when
it
you
was
grow up,
just
you grew up in
Star
the 70s
Trek.
and the 80s like the rest of us?
No, the 80s, yeah, but
He's a lot
still, it
younger
was
than
6,
us,
8,
man.
12,
I mean,
23
this-
He's a
years
lot
old.
younger than
You
us,
should have had
man.
cable by that
Anyway.
time, you know.
We ain't had cable, man.
This
We ain't
man
had-
ain't
I
never
ain't cable
seen it.
either.
He never seen a house without a remote control. He's younger than us.
Yes, I have. I had to. We had a black and white TV. You
Were
had
you
to
the remote
estimate
control?
James seen.
You with the remote control?
I ain't had no, yeah, get up. Like, hey, look, my older brother sat on the. We had bunk beds. He was on the top bunk. I was on the bottom bunk. Yo, JR, get up and go switch TV, man.
Oh my God.
I let you play.
I really don't know.
You,
I really don't know where we were. Where were we?
We were talking about Paul Walker and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
series
but
of
I was
movies.
going to piggyback off of what you were saying about the success of the movies. But what I was going to say is, what I think made Fast and the Furious was, even though Paul Walker, like you said, was a handsome guy and he's a star from those movies, he seemed real.
Yes.
He seemed like a person that we could all be. You know what I'm saying? He related to it. And then when you put him in the mix with somebody like Vin Diesel and some of the other characters in the movie, it's like, man, like a regular guy with some of these guys that we view as stars, and it's just a good movie. Like, to me, when they did Tokyo Drift, and I was watching Tokyo Drift, like the character in that movie, I was like he's trying too hard to be Paul Walker. That was the feeling I was getting throughout that movie. Now, if to me 7 will be great because Paul Walker died. It's sad, it's true. It'll be great because people are going to want to see it because they want to know how they tie everything together. Now, 8 will largely depend on who they get to fill that Paul Walker void.
That's going to be the kid from Tokyo.
Well, that's the thing with that,
It's
though.
gonna be
I want to move on for Paul Walker, unfortunately, because we've come to the time on this one. But I'll just kind of close it out with this. It's one of those things where you don't want to, you do not want to recast. So if you recast it, you will absolutely torpedo the franchise. You will not recast this. You have to kill off Brian O'Connor. You have to. It's unfortunate that he died, but you got to kill him off. You got to stay true to the original fans of the franchise and those of us who came along late who are rabid fans. And I think that I consider myself a rabid. Damn it, I stood on a chair in the movie theater as a grown-ass man. I'm a rabid fan.
He stood on a chair.
I stood on a chair.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
In the movie, yeah. There's jokeability there, Carlton. And I'm going to just ask you as my brother to not go there. You'll have other opportunities. This one, don't go there. But the franchise is so big with the personalities that you don't need another Brian O'Connor or you don't need another Paul Walker. Same person, one's an actor, one's a character. Because you got Vin Diesel, you got Dwayne Johnson, you got Tyrese Gibson, you got Chris Bridges, and that's just the guys. And now you just added Kurt Russell. I think Kurt Russell was added to this movie.
And what about the guy from The Mechanic?
You got Jason Statham. Kurt Russell was recently added as a father figure to Brian O'Connor, and Dom Toretto, which is Vin Diesel's character. Yeah. So you got enough people. You got enough bodies. You don't need anybody else. You just need to, in a very dignified way, explain why Brian died and make the next movie about them avenging his death. And I think that you can do that and then set it off for the next group. When's the last time you've seen a serious movie franchise get as far as 7? I mean, the only franchises you could think of are horror flicks like Halloween and Friday the 13th and Jason and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, when's the last time you see a serious franchise get as far as 7?
Star Wars, we got to 6.
Star Wars got to 6, and we got 7 coming out to soon. And Star Trek jumped the shark until they actually rebooted it. So I got your point, but this is what we're dealing with. Ain't no how Steppin with Marcus J. All right.